Alright. Welcome back to the broadcast, and I'm showing this is the next week schedule. Today we are going to play Star Control. I don't think it's going to be over today, so we are going to continue it next week. Oblivion and U-Boat as usual, and then we are going to start the Deus Ex, the Nameless mod on Thursday. So it's a modification for Deus Ex, and we are going to play it for this fall. Second game that's going to start is High on Life. I'll play it on the Saturday afternoon, just because I haven't get around to play it. So let's get to the space then. Hello, päivä. So, okay, now I need to check that sounds really work. Testing. Okay, I can hear myself. So, this is our flagship. I used almost all my funds. And now it's a killer dreadnought basically. 2 hellbore cannons in the front, 2 crew boats, point defense, Shiva furnaces for the power tracking system, my shots will home, couple storage space, that's a little, but I suppose we manage, and high efficiency fuel system. So we are pretty much well done. Also we have a slightly new fleet, but I'm wondering. Okay, Pokonka are going towards their doom. So what we could do is try to make a practical joke and save them. But then we have a hurry to Threadass space because there's something we definitely want from Threadass. And I think it's Alpha Tauri, Ilvrat home planet. Actually, scratch that. We need to refuel first. Alpha Tauri, we might manage. Okay. You didn't search the job, okay. Okay. 2,700 is okay for the area that pays you generally like minimum wage. Where's Alpha Tauri? It's here. Yeah, they were in a different location. I don't want to. Yeah, Ilfrat are not in their home basically. So we are going to slightly go past their border, but I suppose we'll manage just fine. Might test my flagship in the camp combat. because some race got them moving by using the hyperwave caster we have now. Let's see if we can save the Pukongs. The Hillbrat are after us. Okay, here's their home system devices.
Listen! It is the hideous and inspiring voices of our gods, Dogar
Okay,
and
ei päätä vielä
Cain.
hakijoita.
Oh, great gods of evil and darkness. What can your humble and devious servants do for you?
Okay, they thought ourselves as their gods.
From the chambers of pain, we hear your words, cruel and evil lords of darkness. And as your voice crackles out of the speaker boxes, it sends thrills across our carapaces. Our hairy quills all stand erect, and we pant and wheeze with holy fever. Oh, mighty gods, you are the definition of all that is evil and hideous in this universe.
I like the font.
You are the inspiration for all cruelty, deception, and pain. For this, we thank you.
Okay.
Your will is our inspiration. What shall we do? As you wish, glorious, unmerciful distractors. In all future worship, we will honor you in this way. Yes, great Dogar. Yes, mighty Cain. We certainly will. We certainly will. It shall be so, great ones. You are mighty. You are the most hideous and deceitful. We Ilrath are too fortunate to have Yubu to worship. We, the Dilrats, bow and scrape off our appendages in your honor, mighty Dogar and Cain. We can never receive sufficient direction from you, great masters. We eagerly await your next vile commandments.
Pray.
Oh, mighty Dogar. Oh, mighty Cain. Your devoted servants hear your words and obey your divine and cruel insights. The Pakunk are unfit for our sacramental tortures. We relish the prospect of killing worthy prey. We will leave immediately so that we can begin our glorious evil devotions. But who shall we prey upon next?
I have an idea.
Who shall suffer our inspired torment? Didn't those lonesome Umga once mention a race near their region of space?
The spot here gone.
Yes,
Adradash.
I have it. The Thradash.
Okay, daylight
We'll
part.
go now and kill all of them. Farewell, Dogar and Cain. We are awed by your malevolent presence, and swear unto you to commit even more violent, treacherous deeds tomorrow than we did today.
Funny religion. Okay, let's see if that's enough to save the Pakunks. Oh no, they are moving. More accurate to fly with the autopilot on. Ur-Quan are probably moving. Yeah, they are already moving. Yeah, they're after us. So it's running to get to the Tredas before Ur-Quan. So this is cutting close. Hope we didn't leave too late to save Pakanks. Okay. These are Pakanks.
We have set out to return home. Home to our loving but misguided brothers and sisters. Please, do not try to stop us this time. We are firm in our resolve. This is an ominous portent. We must consult our spirit guides before proceeding. Unfortunately, we will have to return home to do this properly.
Yes.
Thank you for your consent.
I hope they are not moving anymore. After Ur-Quan are no longer after their heights or something. We could go test to kill bugs with my ship on our way to the Tredas space. I think you could like stop Pakang 2 times, but after that they just keep going to their doom. This system maybe nearby. surprisingly a lot of running away. And I don't know if these are bugs or bugs. Hey, what's here? Haha. Well, that's very happy. Rainbow World. I think these oranges were valuable. And we have an upgraded lander, so we should be able to brave the hospitable planets. Although still some planets do have a barrage of the stuff aimed at us, so let's take the valuables only. We have only like two cargo spaces. And don't take that like too many. Ah, that's just a glass planet. That's a green planet. Slightly safe and boring. And we need a faster way to drive in hyperspace. Luckily there is one, but that's a bit tricky. Okay. I don't think I am going to take these grey ones. Unless I totally convert my ship to the cargo carrying capacity. Then again, you can get points by just destroying enemies, so it's totally possible in this game to just farm the enemies by blasting them out of skies. But apparently bugs do not patrol all of their systems. Nothing here. So now we need to get to the Sol is here. Where was there? Was it the Alpha Dragon is? I mean their homeworld basically. Too bad you need to write everything down in this. No, that dragon is. And of course it's not in the middle of the area, their home planet. Data Dragon is here. Ooh, we would be crossing the Ur-Quan space. Okay. Let's try to beat Ilvrat to the Dradash and maybe continue our exploration. Don't have a time to empty the... Fine, let's fight. Might be books. Okay, that was definitely like Pakang facing out. Okay, that's a books. I'll be damned if it isn't books. Yep.
This is Vox Commander Yax. On behalf of the team here, I would like to say how very much we have all enjoyed taunting you, and to congratulate you on plumbing the limits of Vox courtesy, which you have now exhausted. Therefore, let me just say, die, you two-eyed, loathsome, faceless slug. For the good of the whole, I will now erase your putrid presence.
Let's not lose this ship. Our first battle with the... What a range! What a range! Yeah, that's it. Batteries are draining fast with the... Oh, that was close to the planet. Oh no, oh no, no. This is heavy ship. Pretty OP, I would say. This ship is now pretty OP. We can say hello to the happy campers on the way. We could fill out tanks from the Meldronome, so now that we found a Rainbow World. Yeah, we are running running with Tailwrath, so... That's a Tailwrath ship that's actually tailing us. They don't know about my treachery yet. Better that way.
Greetings and salutations. We trust that all is well with you, and that your stay will be pleasant and beneficial. Ho-yo-ho! The super strong human has returned to this, our most important planet. We, Gotcha 20, bid you welcome. We orbit here guarding that most precious of our relics, that which we hold most dearly, that which has been at the heart of all our cultures, except for Culture 9, and they don't really count. We guard the object which transcends mortal realms, the Aqua Helix. The Aqua Helix is our most precious relic. For the totality of our historical memory, the Helix has been with us. It guides, motivates, and rewards. It is the twisty thing that launched 1,000 ships. It is the relic all our cultures have held most. Oh yeah, I said that already. We know the Aqua Helix is great largely because all our previous 19 cultures have known this to be true. If the Aqua Helix wasn't anything special, why would we spend so much blood and passion over the little thing? It would be a colossal waste, an absurd travesty.
Right.
Actually, this is what Culture 9 said during their 2-week period of dominance before Culture 10 wiped them out. Anyway, we remain convinced. We are Thredash, and all Thredash know the significance of the Aqua Helix. Therefore, the Aqua Helix is great. The matter is resolved.
Sounds really cool. You won't mind if I go down and just again look at it, wouldn't you?
Why, certainly. Go ahead and land on the planet and take a look at the most precious of all our relics. The relic we hold most dear, as have all our cultures.
Okay, they are going to be very angry if I remove it. Okay, it's a helix. Report from surface. Captain, we have discovered some sort of alien shrine here on the surface. The building is immensely old, at least 2,000 years. Inscribed all around the perimeter of cylindrical shrine are innumerable hieroglyphs which document the history of the 19 Thredash cultures. From what we have seen, we have learned that Thredash have risen to starfaring technology at least 3 separate times, only to nuke themselves back to the Stone Age again and again. The real surprise, Captain, is that we found inside the shrine. We know the Thredash kept something down here, but we didn't know what it was until we went inside the shrine. In the exact middle of the structure was a tall dais of white stone. Set atop this dais was immense aqua gemstone, somehow shaped like a flat twisted ribbon, like a DNA helix. The aqua helix emitted incredible light pulses, illuminating the cavernous shrine like a giant strobe light. At least it did. Okay, what did you do? Until Private Heinrich decided to see what would happen if he grabbed the artifact. The helix immediately ceased glowing and has remained quiescent ever since. We will bring it Aqua Helix back aboard the ship for further investigation. Okay, so you broke it. Now you must buy it, and now we must escape. Because we kind of broke their whole thing. Why I'm not surprised. Yeah. Okay, now they are angry. Also, Wheelwrath will act as let's say decoy. And we are going to refuel from here and avoid Tradas. Avoid Tradas. Oh no. Can we do? Okay. That doesn't work anymore. I suppose we need to shoot our way out of here. So flagship weapons are powerful, but they are kind of slow firing. Although they certainly
Welcome
don't
back,
like the punch.
Captain. You are our favorite customer.
I think he's
Now,
saying that
what
to
can
all.
we do for you today? What would you like to sell, Captain? The 326 units of biological data we downloaded from your ship earn you 652 credits. What would you like to sell, Captain? Your ship's log indicates that you discovered
Yes.
the whereabouts of 2 of the rainbow worlds, which so fascinate us. In exchange, we will give you 1,000 credits.
1,000 credits.
What trade items would you like to buy today? How much fuel do you wish to purchase? Yes, sir. Fill her up right away. Fuel transferred to your vessel. How wonderful, Captain.
Current events.
Ur-Quan are presently at war with a race called the
Clowneri ja
Kotaku.
jaksa joo.
They are fighting within a large
Robot can be
spherical
like
region of
very
space
strict.
centered around the Craterus star group. Although it is probably too early to tell, it would appear that the Korra are winning.
Oh no.
No doubt you are familiar with an alien race called the Unga, who live in the Orionus constellation. While they are renowned for their potent and often cruel sense of humor, they have outdone themselves in recent years. Specifically, they have used an unusual hyperwave caster to impersonate the
Yeah,
Ur-Rat
that was
gods,
mentioned.
Dogar and Cain. When the Ur-Rat began tuning in to the voices of their gods on their hyperwave receivers, the priest caste was understandably skeptical and counseled their many followers to ignore the blasphemous signals. However, in a surprise move, the majority of the Ur-Rat then rose up and slaughtered the entire priest caste.
That
The
works.
reasons for this ghastly move included overtaxation, lack of quality depth in ceremony, and the general feeling that the priests had made Dogar and Kazan's pronouncements overly complex.
Right.
The Ur-Rat are presently attacking the Pekunk in the Lakali and Kruger constellations. These beings have slavish devotion to their dark gods Dogar and Kazan, which in the past few years has been used against them by the Unga. If you need to manipulate the Ur-Rat, we suggest you discover the Unga's technique and duplicate it. The Prakunk are a mystical offshoot of the Yehat species, who left their bird brothers long ago to found a peaceful enclave in the Kruger and Geitless stars. At the present time, the Prakunk are defending themselves against the Ur-Rat, who have been commanded to attack the happy birds by Dogar and Kazan.
Not anymore, luckily.
The Prakunk may be unwilling to make a formal alliance with you, but we have confidence that if you explain yourself honestly, they will help your efforts against the Ur-Quan. As you know, there are weaknesses in the division between
As you
dimensions.
know. Yeah, sure,
For
sure.
example, your vessel uses such weaknesses to enter hyperspace.
Oh.
However, there are other weak spots in the galaxy which lead to yet different dimensions. One such portal exists nearby, between the Chandrasekhar and Kolam Bay constellations. The portal opens only a short time each month, starting on the 17th. Since we have never entered the portal, we can give no more information on this subject.
Okay, which star cluster it was? Okay, found it. Karnasekar and Kolumbai. Over here. 17th of each month. Sounds like a job. Yeah, we're currently here.
The creatures presently fighting the Ur-Quan are called the Korra. They are an Ur-Quan subspecies who split off from the main species many thousands of years ago. Their present fight is a ritual reenacting of a major difference of opinion between two rival Ur-Quan leaders, after the Ur-Quan overwhelmed their slave masters, the Dinyari. The Korra are immune to reason, having long ago lost the ability to see their situation objectively. They live in a self-maintained paradox. To ensure their safety and security, the Korra fight an endless battle against all other sentient species.
Sounds like some countries in a planet Earth.
As you are probably aware, Ur-Quan starships, you call them dreadnoughts, I believe, possess effective self-annihilation circuits, which prevent other races from reverse engineering Ur-Quan technological secrets. However, we have become aware of a shipwrecked dreadnought, which has remained largely intact.
I think we got this.
You will find the remains of the ship on the surface of a blue world orbiting Alpha Pavonis.
So we already got
We
that.
suspect you will find at least one item of interest there. Possibly two.
Okay, second item wasn't there.
I must warn you about some very bad people. Is this worth so many credits? You ask yourself. I assure you, it is. The creatures are called the Druge, and they are a callous and evil race. They care for nothing but profit and personal gain through unfair mercantile exchanges.
Right.
Why are you looking at me like that, Captain? It is not appropriate. As I was saying, these wicked creatures will try to sell you commodities at unreasonably low prices. Boy, they almost give away fuel.
Really?
Do not fall for their tricks. There are hidden costs, secret tariffs. So that you may avoid them, I will tell you that their main trade world is Zeta Persei 1. Why are you smiling, Captain?
Zeta Persei. Over here.
The Berbixies race evolved on the planet Arcturus 1. They lived there in a relatively benevolent manner until the Korra came and destroyed them during the course of 2 or 3 unfortunate days. The Druge were largely responsible for the Korra finding the Berbixies. You see, the Berbixies were in long-distance, hyperwave contact with a race known simply as the Keg. For decades, the Keg and the Berbixies traded much valuable information until the Keg came under attack by an invading race who you may know as the Korra. The Geg warned the Berbixies that Korra located races by their hyperwave transmissions and that they had already discovered the radiations from the Druge. When the Berbixies were kind enough to warn the Druge that a hostile alien race was homing in on their hyperwave radiations, the Druge shut down all their transmitters and erected a powerful hyperwave beacon on the surface of the Berbixies moon. The Korra changed course, attacked the poor Berbixies, and sadly destroyed
Okay,
them
so you
all.
could get like a hyperwave caster from there as well.
You may have noticed the presence of an increasingly
Okay,
large
that's
number
the
of
already dealt with.
road vessels, which move with great speed and attack relentlessly. We are sorry to say that this is our catalog item 2418B. Do not blame us. We are not responsible for this violent folly. The product is not being used in a correct manner. Should you wish to confront the actual wrongdoers, we suggest you search the planets in Beta Corvi for the probe's owners.
So basically you can buy a lot
Not
of
more
hint to
than
complete this game.
50 years ago, the Druge were informed by the now extinct Berbixies race of a powerful alien nation called the Utwig. The Utwig, the Berbixies explained, were pleasant, sophisticated creatures, but they were also terminally depressed. And often spoke about ending their lives by activating a super weapon, some kind of gigantic bomb,
Boom.
which they had found on one of their worlds. Zeta Hyades 6b, I think it was. The Druge recognized the description of the bomb as a precursor planetary tool, which indeed was an
okay.
explosive device of unrivaled power, and they set out to make it their own. Though the revolting criminal, insidious Druge rarely leave their sphere of influence. It encompasses Algol, Almagest, and the Persei stars. They made a special trip on this occasion to the Aquarii constellation, where they made contact with the Utwig. There is a device commonly known as the Ur-Quan. Is it now in your possession? Ah, I see. The Druge sold this device to the Utwig, explaining that it was a precursor personal magnifier.
Personal magnifier.
Which would enrich the lives of their entire culture in too many ways to describe specifically. The Utwig, I am sorry to say, fell for the Druge's foul ruse and snapped up the Ur-Quan immediately. Fortunately for us all, the Utwig did not pay the Druge's requested price, the super bomb, and instead gave him a collection of historical oddments and genuine artifacts, which to this day the Druge are trying to unload on unwary buyers.
Right.
The Thredash are an arrogant, stubborn, and thick-skinned species who reside in the Draconis and Accolade star systems.
Not for long.
They have little or no respect for anything but force, which they admire greatly. To make the Thredash your friends, you should consider killing most, but not all of them.
Okay.
In addition, they guard some kind of sacred relic at the star system Zeta Draconis.
Not anymore.
Though we do not know the true nature of this artifact. The Thredash homeworld is at Delta Draconis. After the war, the Chenjesku and the Mernherm chose to be slave-shielded on the Chenjesu's homeworld at Procyon. We suspect that they are melding their two species to form some kind of new hybrid race, a race which may well be powerful enough to destroy the Ur-Quan single-handedly. However, by our calculations, this process will take many decades, if not centuries. Should you wish to talk to them, we recommend you invest in a hyperwave broadcasting system, which is powerful enough to penetrate the shield around their world.
So I have a one, and have a idea where to get second one.
The Utwig, who live in the Aquarii constellation, have grown very depressed of late. They accidentally broke the supposed Ur-Quan sold to them by the felonious Druge. As a consequence, they are morose and melancholic, and will probably be unwilling to help you fight the Ur-Quan. If you wish to gain them as allies, we recommend that you acquire the broken Ur-Quan, as if it ever worked, and find some suitable replacement parts. Our information indicates that you could find these items in 3 different places.
Okay.
A rosy sphere at the Druge trade world, an aqua helix somewhere in Thredash
Okay,
space,
we need the Agua here.
and a clear spindle, which is currently in the possession of the Peacock.
So we have a 2 of 3.
Captain, that was the last current event we have for sale.
So we need to get the rosy sphere from the Druge.
The Mycon are using this time, while the Ur-Quan have their attention elsewhere, to expand their sphere of influence as fast as possible. The Mycon colonize planets by launching top spore pods from orbit and injecting them under the planet's surface. Months later, after the spores have grown hundreds of thick, fibrous tendrils under the planet's crust. The tendrils suddenly thrust up out of the planet and create huge calderas. Not incidentally, filling the planet's atmosphere with the Mycon's preferred gases, clouds of superheated steam and sulfuric acid.
Like what happened to the Syren homeworld.
Following the end of the war, the Androsim began experimenting with interdimensional
We
fatigue,
kind of noticed that.
a process that is related to your faster-than-light drive, but involves dimensions far more alien than hyperspace. They had just made a major breakthrough when they were suddenly wiped out by a race called the Ors, who appeared seemingly out of nowhere. Actually, we don't know what the Ors did to the Androsim. They're just all gone. The Arilulale are a mysterious race of IDF beings. IDF meaning interdimensional fatigue. They do not reside in this galaxy, or in fact, anywhere in this universe. While it is true that the Arilu are rarely seen far from the Columbae star group, they do make regular, secret visits to your world, and have done so for centuries. Ever since Earth was slave-shielded, they have focused their attention on the humans aboard the starbase, many of whom are now members of your crew. Though the Arilulale always smile and are never overtly hostile, we believe that they have a secret agenda, which somehow involves your planet, Earth. These secret plans may or may not cause grief and woe to you Earthlings.
Truth is out there.
Just under 20 years ago, the brave and suicidal Shofixi annihilated their species by exploding a precursor device, some kind of bomb, in the interior of their sun.
Oops.
The resulting storm of solar flares cooked the life off the Shofixi homeworld and incinerated over 100 Ur-Quan dreadnoughts which had just entered the system to conquer the Shofixi. In actuality, there are still at least a dozen Shofixi left alive in the galaxy. One or two are at Delta Gorno, guarding the dead hulk of their once beautiful world. Others can be found in Vox
Yeah, that's
space.
what we gathered.
The Slilandro are a mostly non-solid, sentient race who live in a gas giant at Beta Cori. We recently sold them a self-replicating exploration probe, which has somehow turned hostile and attacks everything it detects. If such encounters have angered you, Captain, please do not address your concerns to us. We possess a formal waiver of damages authorized by Slilandro speakers
Waiver of damages.
and are in no way responsible for the situation.
Okay, we need to
But error.
get more life form or planetary coordinates to buy off more information. But yeah, Alpha Columbi, Chandrasekhar. So there's going to be like a portal in here after 17th of the month, May 11th. Shall we dare it? We could try, and I want to visit the Advik, and we need to visit the Druge. I wonder how fast we are going to get there. Okay, we did save, so it's all right. Okay, there's something here. Report from service, Captain. Assistant Professor in Xenolinguist Marbury reporting. We have found remnants of precursor culture in form of the inscribed monument. Bad news is that piece of galactic legacy was being vandalized. We thought that the Ur-Quan were responsible for this, but our survey team was unable to find any signs of fusion weapons. Instead, they have discovered numerous traces of explosive compounds. So if we try to think highly of these unknown damage inflictions and pretend that they had at least some respect for the galactic history, there is that it was unsuccessful attempt to relocate the steel somewhere from this hellscape of a planet. The results are simply disastrous. So for the good news, the base of the steel is still intact and so readable text. Although I must say precursor writing is very compact, as you may know, sir, which means one missing symbol can potentially change the meaning of the whole sentence. I'll begin the translation process immediately. The text mainly focused on the description of 10 planets in the world. I've made them remark here. The used terms corresponds with these descriptions of planet, but these worlds can be never referred to as ones. It can be translated focal point or gravity well, a point in space with the gravitational field similar to an average rocky planet. If we want to be more specific, the origin of these planets is cryptic, as there is a crack right in the middle of the sentence, but it's artificial. In any case, the precursors either assembled or assimilated these worlds. Either is possible considering their advanced planetary tools, which we found description during the war. Any type of terraforming or even planet destruction was not an issue for their technology level. The purpose is described pretty clearly. These are dump sites, but there are no mentions that they were dumping anything that we can find on these worlds. It might be valuable to us. Text also stated that sites are patterned. No, in a pattern which is forming it's really important, but last sentences are constructed such an unusual way that I've never seen something like it before. The precursors created these sites on the move, which can mean this process is extremely easy for them, so they can move on doing it, or that they were literally moving somewhere. This move action forms the pattern described earlier. The later option makes more sense. Lastly, out of nowhere there's a lone white giant star in the text, which is described as destination, objective or target. No, the milestone. I don't think we have a star map with me, but I think we can narrow down which star it is. It's probably worth investigating. Well, everything else is unreadable gibberish. We could find the precursors, in theory. So all this precursor stuff is about the land sequel for the Star Control 2, which never kind of came out. So I think this was the Tradas, and this was the Rainbow World End. So if they are formed, next thing would be one of these. And then something here. Room bridge is here. We found one rainbow planet here, but we don't have an idea where the rest of these are. Suspiciously, like probably in this area. Okay, that was interesting find. I don't think I have found it before. And now we have a hurry, so we are going to leave this place. Oh no.
Greetings and salutations. We trust that all is well with you, and that your stay will be pleasant and beneficial. We of Gorgia 20 are glad to meet you here in space, a wise teacher from Earth. Farewell, great teacher.
Okay, they don't know I stole their item yet.
Greetings. Farewell.
Okay. I suppose the message didn't reach them yet. Okay, so we need to drive through the Ilrat's space, basically. Okay, there should be something, but we are slightly late, maybe. Oh no. Halfway to the point. Missed. Okay, so I think it's here only like a little while, so we arrived too late. So basically we can then go and ride the whole place and try to be like a 17th of the next month or on the at the site where the Ariglow interdimensional rift is. Let's take that. A couple days wouldn't have mattered anyway, so. Traders are after us. I'm trying to get them more valuables with me, since I have like so small cargo space in this ship. But then again, we could go towards the Druge and Advik. Okay, that looks like a treasure planet. Yeah, treasure world. Only one. Very small treasure planet. I tried to hurry to get the lander upgrades, but still like lost way too much crew. Even if I tried to play like a safe, so it's prone to happen in every playthrough. That's really a very hot place. We are losing people. Dang. Yeah, these are still like a dangerous places. Rather, let's go away from here. Oh.
Reading. Farewell.
Okay. They aren't angry yet. Haven't noticed me stealing the item.
Reading. Farewell, great teacher.
Can we... Okay, so we can dump actually the worthless stuff away. This very advanced option. I don't think... You don't have this option in Star Citizen, but you have this option in Elite Dangerous. Although it's part of the gameplay loop reasoning in the both, so... Why it happens that way. These were like pretty non-profit. I would need to get the exchange the suffix maidens from the Admiral Zek, and for that I need the monster that is in ass end of someplace. Nope, not this isn't the one. Okay, that's really close to the sun here. I suppose it's a hot place. Auric world and there's lots of life. What? Class 6. Better. This is intentional game design that these life forms are in a very, very hard place. Attack of fungal squids. Luckily we got the insulation and safety belts. And lots of life, so we can actually refuel. So using the meltdrome as a in-flight refueling system is actually pretty good idea. Okay, let's get away and plan the attacking Core R or Ur-Quan space. I think now that we have a battleship, our flagship is a battleship, we could actually try to invade. The Ur-Quan space. Yeah, so we are going to the Fomalhaut. Also, I should test the ordered ship, basically. Nothing nice. Ruby World. Oh, nice. Mother load. These are very valuable. I might be able to stream the Star Control Origins, the spin-off game, if people want to watch it. So please type in the chat or comment in a YouTube if you want it. Want to see it? There were this sad legal battle that ended up with a good idea that. Basically, the right owners decided that it's basically multi-universe. So everything is canon. Sound familiar? Well, it works. So Origins isn't set to this. Oh, nice. So hostile world and more life. Why life likes to thrive here, I have no idea. Weasel is hunting me. Crazy Weasel. That life is actually slightly important in, now for me. How many? Okay, there's several moons. And more life. Big-winged Cyclops. Surprisingly a lot of life here. Let's shoot them all. The deluxe blob. There's like normal blobs and then there's a deluxe blobs. Deluxe version of the blob. Okay, now we are here, so my guess is Epsilon Libby would be like a place for Rainbow World. And now we probably need to like... So I'm basically using these as a troop carriers. Okay. So you can take the crew of the fleet if you want. If we get caught, we are going to fight. Although we would get resource points. So how sure I'm about the flagship? Okay, there's a Rainbow World. We just need that coordinates. Then we are off. Okay.
We are the Ur-Quan Corps, You have evaded our attempts to cleanse. You are no longer filth. You are a threat.
Thank you.
Threats deserve greater attention than filth. The time has come. You require cleansing.
Okay, so we got couple hits. But range is at our side. Point defense. Okay, so point defense is pointless. Ouch. I need more cannons to have. Ouch. We're still losing people. Okay, I think this works. Rainbow World. Pick up the orange stuff. And we are full. Now I'm faster than those ships, so... Linkies. Constellation links. Oh, that's a beast. Right. Alpha link is anything. This is a real named after a real constellation. Huh. Okay, well let's start scanning. Wait, what was the clue? I think the color of the sun was said. Was it yellow star? Okay, nothing here. I would assume that it's in a Goldilocks zone. That's orange star. I do remember it was yellow star. There's a lot of yellow stars in a Epsilon. There's at least 3 yellow stars in this constellation alone. So. Okay, that planet is in the Goldilocks zone. suppose I know the monster when I see it. That's not a monster. Bug-eyed bad. If there's a great monster, it's probably going to eat all of these on a planet. Still the Virgin. Okay, let's check next yellow star. Yellow stars are pretty common, so. They are almost the best for candidates for the life as well, so could be one of these two. Okay, there's one in a Goldilocks zone. Lots of life here. That's a... Oh, that looks like a monster. Ah! Get away. I thought I'm going to immediately recognize it. Oh, we got it. Report from service. We have finally trapped the hideous beast, which has been so hard to capture these past few days. I swear we emptied our stun batteries into that thing over 1,000 times before we even slowed down. It even slowed down. A few more shots, it's popped head and it went down. But we had only like few seconds to get it into the magnetic resistance before they started thrashing around again. Even as I make this report, the damn monster is shrieking like a steam engine, trying to tear its way free. I hope we know what we are doing. Bringing that thing aboard. If it gets free inside the ship, Captain, well, I just don't want to think about it. Returning to ship. Check speed, beauty. There's one life form here. This wasn't like totally hostile place, but I suppose this would have been harder if I didn't have upgrades on in my ship. Okay, rather are getting damaged. So shall we go towards the Earth? No, Umga. We are now in Lindsay's. So they are in an aquarium. Okay, somebody's... There were unknown alien species here. Let's see what happens. Okay, 3 of them.
Greetings, fellow carbon creatures. May
Hello?
your roots always be well watered.
Plant people.
I am Captain Ala Lala.
Lala.
We come in peace.
Yes.
Our starship is called the Tender Shoot. We are the Subox Utricularia from Earth. Oh yes, we apologize for the confusion. Our home world is also called Earth, or more
I
properly,
totally understand.
Fleck, which means perfectly good and nutritious dirt. Earth is pretty close, is it not?
Pretty close.
We share this region of space with the Utwig, the wearers of masks. We have a strong cultural bond with the Utwig. They have been the foundation around which we have grown our starfaring culture. We are not only allies, but we are also friends. You should go meet with them. They could use some excitement. You see, they are a little depressed and morose right now.
I heard.
Usually they're most festive and fun.
Right.
They broke their Ultron. The Druge, the cruel, foul trading race who sold the device to the Utwig, called the device the Ultron, and claimed that it would give the Utwig superpower.
Super
Unfortunately,
depression.
the Utwig believed the Druge and bought the Ultron. However, the device did make the Utwig very happy. Of course, we didn't tell them what we really thought of the Ultron. That they were vapid fools to buy a piece of junk for a planet's ransom. We went along with the falsehood, and in doing so showed our own stupidity. Then, one sad day a few years ago, the Utwig Proctor dropped the Ultron during a particularly energetic and festive ritual. Now the Utwig are morose and depressed. They feel they cannot ever achieve greatness because they lost the powers of the Ultron. They even gave the broken device to us, saying that they couldn't stand the sight of it anymore.
Oh, nice.
We are worried that the Utwig are so depressed that they may use their ultimate weapon. Here, you take the Ultron. Maybe you can do something with it.
Ah, this was easy. You know, remind me of broccoli, and I'm rather a bad girl of broccoli with a light cheese sauce. He always thinks in alien species as a food. Oh, thanks. I think what I do
We
with
thought
it.
that if we could get the Ultron working again, it would cheer them up. So, we tried to figure out how to fix the darn thing, or at least get some of the flashing bits working again. But for all the Druge's falsehoods, the Ultron is some kind of artifact, and we could not synthesize the necessary replacement parts. Perhaps on your journeys, you will find the elements necessary to repair the Ultron. Then you could give it to the Utwig, and maybe they wouldn't be so depressed.
And I could get a bomb. I'm also always partial for the bomb.
Hello. May sunlight and water always fall upon you. Hello. May sun...
Okay, let's get going. So they told us where the Utwig are. gamma. Let's get going. I think it's a beta actually. Idea is alpha beta here. That's a lot of ships. Hello, aliens.
Normally, we would not bother to acknowledge your presence. You find us in a state of moderate depression instead of our normal cycle of self-destructive tendencies.
Right.
What good would that do? I mean, why should we? We agonized for hours wondering if it was a cruel twist of fate or simply a serious case of butterfingery. The lifetimes that have been spent in the pursuit of the elusive answer to this deceptively simple question has driven many of us down the dark road of self-destruction. Indeed, even as these words strike the ears of any who care to listen, the real question is, does it matter? I cannot say. I wallow in a quandary, unable to determine what better atones for my part of the great sin. Should I engage in slow and painful self-termination? Should I commit myself to a long life of painful self-flagellation? Should I throw myself with enthusiastic verve at the problem of collective annihilation? I do not know. Even now, my mind writhes in anguish of indecision, lest the outcome be inadequate. All right, I'll try, but you know, it really doesn't matter. After all, we have a famous bootwig saying, when one loses the reason for existence, one tends to get less motivated.
Right.
This goes hand in hand with the painfully appropriate credo, we broke it, so we are paying for it.
Yep.
Of course, this isn't really accurate. The situation is so much more hideous. Imagine, if you can, holding within your hands the answer, only to have it taunt you with its former potential. Ah, cruel irony. The loss of the Ultron grieves us all.
Wanna see it? No.
Bah! It doesn't matter. Besides being of no concern to you, I find discussion of this matter, well, distasteful. The Ultron was not the only thing which assures total and complete meaning of life for you and I. It is universal. I'm sure that you two are aware of this thing, if only in legend. It granted us all limitless power and knowledge.
Right.
It has been since, well, rendered inoperative.
Yep. Butterfingery.
as do we. Go now with neither malice nor joy.
Okay, so druids have the roses binder, which we need to fix this and save these aliens from the depression. Okay, so they were down here. Yeah, I think the Zeta sextant is. So it would be like probably most of these rainbow worlds on the Ur-Quan area, but let's go here. And if it's actually... No, there should be like some rainbow world nearby. So if there were one... This could be it. Or let's be more efficient. Let's check that one first. No rainbow world. Then again, it might be the blue planet, but a blue star, but it's slightly off the course. Okay, it's here. So basically, you get like a tangent from the two rainbow worlds, and you can basically guess where the rest of them in that line are. Too bad we are full. Very Wumber, okay. We go near. We are full. I mean, our ship is full. Can't take any more. It might be this, exactly this star which the precursors were like aiming for. So it's here. A bit of course, but suppose that's the ultimate. Target for the precursors. They were moving somewhere, so I suppose let's check it out. I don't remember that I have like checked this star system too often in my previous playthroughs. Okay. Only one planet. Okay, this is slightly anti-climatic. It's nothing here. Alright, where's the nearest giant star? Is that it? I think it is. Wouldn't want to like refuel at the Ur-Quan space, so let's hope that that's it. Yeah, that's a big, that's definitely like a big star system. And there's our traders.
Welcome back, Captain. You are our favorite customer.
Is this the same alien
Now,
always,
what
or
can we do
do they
for
have some
you
kind of
today?
hive mind?
What would you like to sell, Captain? The 434 units of biological data we downloaded from your ship earn you 868 credits. What would you like to sell, Captain? Your ship's log indicates that you discovered the whereabouts of 4 of the rainbow worlds, which so fascinate us. In exchange, we will give you 2,000 credits.
That's good.
What trade items would you like to buy today? How much fuel do you wish to purchase? Yes, sir. Fill her up right away. Fuel transferred to your vessel. How wonderful, Captain. The cowardly Spatty live at the single planet orbiting Epsilon groups.
Not anymore.
They do not actually live on their world. Rather, they reside on its airless moon. The reason? A xenomorphic species which craves the sweet-flavored flesh of the Spatty has been transported to the surface of their planet and makes every attempt to devour the poor Spatty. I'm certain that the Spatty would be forever in your debt if you were to eliminate these creatures from their planet.
That's pretty late.
What? You fear the alien creatures will find you a treat also? Fear not. Our data reveals the beasts are not interested in your species. Should you wish to consult with the Spaffy Ruling Council, you will need to know the secret Spaffy cipher. A password, which is Huffy, Muffy, Guffy.
Very secret cipher.
Like you Earthlings, when the war with the Ur-Quan was lost, the Cyrene chose to be slave-shielded. Their new world is at Beetlejuice.
Yeah, we noticed.
The Cyrene starbase is crewed by the starship commanders and crew who were decommissioned at the end of the war. Though the Cyrene hate the Ur-Quan with a vengeance, they are unlikely to offer you assistance unless you reveal to them the truth behind the tragedy of their original homeworld, Syra, which was destroyed by the birth of a Marcon Deep child a century ago. When the Ur-Quan entered Gamma Serpentis, the home star of the Yehat, their queen made a sudden change of allegiance and allied with the Ur-Quan hierarchy. They became Ur-Quan combat thralls. This act was viewed by most Yehat starship officers as ultimately dishonorable, the desperate act of a corrupt regent to maintain her throne. The Yehat shame was greatly magnified by the Shofixi show of courage when they destroyed their own star system to slow down the Ur-Quan armada. Captain, you have heard all that we have to say about aliens indigenous to this region. Should we learn more in the near future, we shall be certain to sell it to you.
Me. Historical.
Almost 25,000 of your years ago, there existed near this region of space an association of star-faring races called the Sentient Milieu. This group formed over several thousand years to mutually enrich their respective cultures, to provide a safe creche for emerging sentient species, and to afford themselves a degree of protection from external hostilities via military alliance. Of the 7 most active milieu members, the most famous race, indeed, you know them well, Captain, were the Ur-Quan. The Ur-Quan evolved on a harsh planet, orbiting a star outside this region of space. They were solitary predators, like your praying mantis captain, or polar bear, who had a very limited set of social behaviors, most of which dealt with sex, since they had to compete for survival against many physically superior species. The Ur-Quan evolved intelligence and tool use in much the same way as your own species. The Ur-Quan also learned to master their fierce territoriality, to build a cooperative planetary culture. When the Ur-Quan were discovered by the Taelo, they had just begun exploring their solar system in crude atomic vehicles. Although the Ur-Quan attacked what they thought to be an invader, the Taelo were patient. They explained the purpose of the sentient milieu and offered the Ur-Quan membership. The Ur-Quan recognized the benefits that such a system provided, and once more conquered the hunting beast within themselves. To become cooperative, productive members of the milieu, this lasted for several thousands of years. Just over 20,000 years ago, when your ancestors were learning to chart the course of the moon and stars on animal horns, the sentient milieu spanned 500 light years and included the membership of 100 worlds. Like all other star travelers, they had discovered ruins and relics of a far more ancient culture, which your species calls the precursors. Explorers from many species spent their lives trying to piece together this ancient mystery, but of all races, the Ur-Quan were the most bold adventurers. Their scouts, flying single ships, penetrated far into uncharted space and landed a million worlds. On one such mission, a young Ur-Quan made planetfall on a small, life-bearing alien world to identify some anomalous energy readings, occasionally a sign of precursor installations.
Precursor were older.
The Ur-Quan found a small, hideous creature, a Dinyari. Before the scout was able to defend itself, the Dinyari creature took control of the Ur-Quan's mind and commanded the scout to place the Dinyari aboard the Ur-Quan's ship, along with hundreds of its evil brood. Then, the Ur-Quan returned to the heart of the milieu, landing on its capital planet. Within hours, every resident of the planet was a Dinyari slave. Within a month, Dinyari compelled starships and spread the evil, psychic creatures across the entire milieu.
Okay, interesting.
When the Dinyari took control of the milieu, one race fought back, the Taelo. These slow, quiet creatures were silicon-based life forms, but bore little resemblance to the modern Genjetsu. Taelo were natural immunes to the Dinyari's psychic compulsion. They were unaffected by the creature's power, and the Dinyari would not permit anyone to exist outside their control. So they ordered the remaining races of the milieu to attack and destroy the Taelo home planet. This planet was one of the few milieu worlds located in this region of space. I believe you call their star Delta Vulpeculae. Their home was a moon revolving about the second planet.
Interesting.
I'm sad to say that the Taelo were, indeed, eliminated. However, at the time of their devastation, they had completed a device which they thought would give other races psychic immunity like their own. What happened to this device, this shield? It's hard to say. Maybe it was destroyed in the attack on their homeworld. Maybe not.
But I need to check that out. It's a Orts. Orts space. Interesting. Unless somebody else took it. Let's talk some more.
What trade items would you like to buy today? How wonderful, Captain. In the Dinyari's new empire, the Ur-Quan were the favored slaves. This is probably because the Ur-Quan were the most psychically sensitive, the most easily compelled. As the centuries of Dinyari dominance passed, what was once the sentient milieu deteriorated and degenerated into a great galactic gulag. Alien races which did not serve with the efficiency and speed demanded by the Dinyari were ruthlessly burned from the faces of their worlds. The agents of this genocide were inevitably the Dinyari's favorite pet, the Ur-Quan. After almost 2,500 years of unrelenting Dinyari control, there were only 4 living member races of the once great sentient milieu. By this point, the Dinyari had used genetic manipulation to split the Ur-Quan into 2 subspecies. The green Ur-Quan. Scientists, technicians, and administrators who were responsible for maintaining the limited infrastructure of the Dinyari civilization, and the black Ur-Quan, who filled the ranks of basic laborer and combat soldier. Then, a chance discovery by an Ur-Quan named Za led to the violent overthrow of the Dinyari slave empire. The Ur-Quan named Za was a green, a researcher specializing in repairing the mental damage inflicted by long-term exposure to the Dinyari's psychic compulsion. By this point in history, the Dinyari had grown lax in their dominance, and, on occasion, accidentally permitted their slaves moments of self-direction. Za was able to use those few scattered minutes to compose a theory. From its observations, Za realized that when a slave died, the Dinyari disconnected from the slave's mind, lest it too be dragged down to death. Further, the Ur-Quan scientist uncovered the fact that when a slave underwent great pain, the Dinyari temporarily disconnected, but that the degree of pain had to be extreme, nearly lethal. Za chose its moment carefully. It waited until it was near an open transmission unit. Then, in a short moment of mental freedom, the Ur-Quan injected itself with a dose of acidic poison, sending incredible waves of pain through its long body. In the few moments before its death, Za was able to wrest control of the transmitter to send word of its discovery across the planet and into space as well. Before the Dinyari knew what was happening, Ur-Quan everywhere were hacking at their own bodies with chunks of glass, burning themselves horribly, doing anything that would give them the few seconds of freedom necessary to find the nearest Dinyari and crush the bleeding creature. As they gained longer and longer periods of control, the Ur-Quan developed new tools and weapons to destroy their evil masters. The most gruesome of these devices was the excruciator, a mechanism which was inserted directly into the brain and generated a constant stream of agony. The Dinyari could not bring themselves to make the necessary mental connection with these tortured Ur-Quan, They were slaughtered by the thousands. The Ur-Quan slave revolt was won. When the last Ur-Quan was free of psychic compulsion, when the last free Dinyare was dead, the combined might of the Ur-Quan starfleets met in orbit above the Dinyare homeworld. They had come together to make two important decisions.
Coffee or tea?
How to punish the few frightened Dinyare left below on the planet's surface. Second, how to ensure that never again would the Ur-Quan be made slaves. The first decision was made swiftly. The Dinyare would not be allowed to die. That was too kind a fate. Instead, the creatures would be genetically modified into some sentience. They would become dumb animals. These low creatures would be further debased by serving the Ur-Quan for all eternity in the most demeaning way the Ur-Quan could imagine, acting as translators, making physical contact with other species, whom the Ur-Quan now considered grossly inferior to themselves and revolting. The second decision, how to ensure their freedom permanently, caused great turmoil. Following the successful Ur-Quan slave revolt, the Ur-Quan met to decide how to ensure their freedom. The green Ur-Quan, who called themselves the Kazertza in honor of the Ur-Quan who triggered the revolt, wished to establish the path of now and forever, which required that all other sentient species must become slaves of the Ur-Quan, or be forever imprisoned beneath an impenetrable force shield. Leading the opposition to this plan was Korra, a charismatic fleet officer. Korra proposed a simpler alternative, the Eternal Doctrine. Simply put, this scheme called for the systematic eradication of all sentient life in the universe.
Sounds like a simple
aside
idea.
from the Ur-Quan. Captain, if these positions seem to you extreme or unwarranted, you must remember that the Ur-Quan had been unwilling slaves for millennia, and that each of them had to remain in agony for years in order to defeat the Dinyare. The followers of Kazertza and Korra were all on the brink of madness, but neither side would submit, and so they fought a bloody civil war. This is the last historical item we have for sale. The civil war between the green Ur-Quan, the followers of Kazertza, and their opponents, the death-dealing Korra, lasted for decades. It is likely that they would have annihilated each other, were it not for a chance discovery by Kazertza, a precursor battleship.
Oh,
The vessel was huge, many times the size of the Ur-Quan's vessels. The precursor ship sliced through the Korra forces in days. The Korra were defeated. However, in their victory, the Kazertza were humble. They realized that there was a chance that they were wrong, and the Korra were right. Instead of destroying the Korra, the Kazertza let them go, directing them to make their way through the stars, traveling against the spin of the galaxy. The Kazertza would travel in the opposite direction, and when the two Ur-Quan forces met, they would fight again in ritual combat, with the precursor battleship given to the winner. Captain, this is happening.
Cora are winning.
And now, the Kazertsa, the Ur-Quan who enslaved her, are fighting their ritual battle against the Kora in a large area centered near the Craterus constellation. If the Kora win this battle, Captain, the Kazertsa will stand aside and let them kill us all.
Okay.
We believe it is your destiny to prevent this from happening.
Okay.
We regret to say that you have exhausted our supply of genuinely valuable information. However, we do have many thousands of useless facts, and that we will gladly sell you
I suppose,
at a
yep.
substantial discount. Are you interested?
Maybe.
We thought not. Very well then. It has been.
So we need to get the rosy spindle from the rosy sphere, whatever, from the Druge, and actually that was mentioned. Setup per se. And then find the Cyrene homeworld and find the whatever Udvig left there. I suppose you can never have enough rainbow worlds. That's a red. Okay, no rainbow world. Okay, Alpha and Romeo. Okay, quite many of these are probably in a Ur-Quan area, so. More credits. Okay, interesting. So this must be the Rouge. Reiche HQ.
Greetings, friend and fellow explorer. I am an officer of the Crimson Corporation. We are the Druge.
Good guys.
We are delighted to make your acquaintance and hope that we can do business together. Should your desires be similar, please hurry to our main trading world at Zeta Persei 1. Until we meet again. Attention, alien starship. You have arrived at the central trade world of the Crimson Corporation, home of the Druge. Be welcome and take advantage of our excellent deal.
I bet.
This is the heart of our operation, the vital core of the Crimson Corporation. 1,000,000 deals are made here each day, perhaps more. You would be wise to take advantage of all our services, Captain. You will not find better deals anywhere. We are prepared to make a deal. Very well. Since this is your first time trading with us, Captain, allow me to explain our standard operating procedures.
With chains.
We will sell you fuel, ancient artifacts, even our own Mauler starships. All that we ask in return is that you assign some of your crew to serving here at our trade world on a permanent basis.
Slavery.
No, Captain. Slaves have no choice in their destiny. No freedom.
Yes.
We would never accept the permanent assignment from one of your people unless we knew that they had granted you the rights to make such a deal. People as skilled as your flagship's crew will receive immediate posts in our Starfleet. They will serve alongside our own true starship personnel, sharing every duty. This is a great loss for us both, but we will not make an exception in your case. However, please try to be receptive to what I am about to say. We have taken the liberty of entering your ship's computer system.
Hey, that's a
to
hacking.
investigate the agreement signed by the Earthling volunteers who serve aboard your vessel. As we expected, we found that they have promised to obey you, Captain. Under every circumstance.
Right.
No exceptions. You are fully within your rights to deal with us in our required manner. Should you change your mind, we will always be ready to work with you, Captain.
So I would
Return
need to
soon.
find some item that they are interested.
Your patronage is appreciated.
Okay, let's not do slave trade. How about now? Okay, troops are here. I think the Beta Brahe was the Siren homeworld. Used to be. This became a can through a tour of space, apparently. And then we need to visit the Talo homeworld. Basically, you could find that world by accident. What is that? It's a slow ship.
Until we meet again.
Okay, that was just Rouge. We are still in their area. Thought that we are out of that place already. I suppose we can find some artifacts to sell. Although there should be like that one hyperwave caster. Arcturus was mentioned. Oh, it's over there. Okay. This must be the Mycon. Okay, so that's their
This is a special
homeworld.
place filled with Juffawap, but it is not the source. Juffawap springs forth from 629.1 by 220.8.
6-2. Okay, good thing there's a pause. 6-2-9. What is Jaffa Pop? Okay. Okay, how do I unpause the game?
We must not allow this place to be soiled by the Nom. You must go now. You are the Nom. You must go now and never return.
Mushroom people. Okay, my cons are here. So it wasn't Beta Brahe, it was something else. Ilbratar taking beating from the Tradas. Beta Copernicus. It's still in a Mycon area, so makes sense. Also, Jaffa-Bub was 629. 220. Jaffa Wap is here, whatever that is. Similar style of planets here. Apparently nobody made like a calculation 1 + 1.
Jaffa Wap is all omni-existent, spreading and changing the non into Jaffa Wap. You are non, who must become Jaffa Wap or void. We are the agents of Jaffa Wap. We are the Mycon. A single spore lands, finds nourishment in decay, and soon attains maturity. In turn, it exhales a cloud of new life, 1,000 spores. Each lands, finds nourishment in decay. So progresses Jaffa Wap. Our bodies seethe with the passion of our genes. 1,000 of your species do not possess the richness in one of my cells. You impede the flow of Jaffa Wap through the universe. We will now remove this flaw. We will now aid Jaffa Wap by eliminating you.
Can we escape? Okay. Okay, we can now we escape. Alright. Beta Copernicus, no, the yellow sun. Maybe I don't like this Jaffa Wap thing. Okay, we didn't manage to get away.
We are part of Jaffa Wap. Jaffa Wap is the hot light in the darkness. All else is unfulfilled void.
The source of Jaffa Wap is at 629.1 by 227.8.
Yes, we are there.
We are the Mycon.
I wonder how you would taste. Right in
I
butter.
filled with my parents. I am they, and they are us. Then and now. Jaffa Wap fills in my fibers, and I grow turgid. Violent action ensues.
Talking with the mushrooms. Okay, we need to shoot our way out.
We are the Mycon.
Some of your relatives between my
The
toes.
deep children are a part of Jaffa Wap. Home builders, the dwellers in the mobile road.
Okay.
I am duty. I am the purity monitor. I choose what buds are permitted to mature and which must be eradicated. I died of general misfunction 57,283 years ago. A cold rock spinning silently in the void, a womb for the children. Juffo what fills in my fibers, and I grow turgid. Violent action ensues.
I'm not really a fan of the Jabba. Ouch. That last hit was. I suppose the Earthling cruiser would do fine against these. Oh no, more mushrooms.
We are the Mycon. Juffo what fills.
Okay, no more Jaffa. Okay, let's try to avoid too much getting tangled with the Jaffa. Or use the Earthling cruisers. That would be like a... And try to get like more crew. We need to deliver the monster to the Zeg. Very important quest in this game. Cider, yeah, this is the place. One energy scan. Oh, there's lots of gold. Report from surface. Near the unusual volcanic fulmarole, we found a fragment of some kind of biological encasement of shell which is made of the incredible tough heat-resistant mat of fungal fibers. We can find no sign of any life form which may have hatched from this eggshell, but we will bring it back to the flagship for further study. Okay. Out. Let's get gold. We are still full. Okay, that's enough. Was it Alpha Serengov? I think it was Alpha Serengov where the Zeg was. We need to visit like a couple in important places before heading out. Slow, so that must be box. We haven't seen the probes in a while, which is great. Checking the notes. Yeah, it's Alpha Serengov. Okay, let's try to get there.
Why am I so blessed? My favorite friends, the humans, are back.
Okay.
Captain, it is good to see you again. You humans are so interesting, so beautiful. You know, I have many pictures of your species. I keep them on my walls to inspire me.
Keep them on your itch.io page. We captured the hideous monster from Delta Lenses. Let us make an explanation.
A most excellent piece of news. My chiton rasps and moistens with excitement. I have been looking forward to this for so long. My subordinates stand ready to receive the beast from your ship, Captain. Effect its transfer, and then we shall give you the maidens you desire. Oh yes, no problem. Even now my subordinates are bringing them up from the surface. So let's not waste time. Send that delightful beast over immediately. Ah, my new child is on board. Such a big one, isn't he? And so frisky. I am delighted beyond words that you have given me the beast, Captain. But I am afraid that there has been a slight change in our plans. Regrettable, but necessary. Oh, my beautiful, luscious human. I had thought that the hideous, violent monster you have given me would complete my collection of ugliness, my menagerie of monsters. I was wrong.
Right.
You, my human love, are the most vile, the most fierce, and wretched. My collection could never be complete without you. I need you, Captain. But alas,
Okay.
I fear you will not give your consent willingly. Am I right? Therefore, Sub-Commander Dax, terminate communications. Warm up my modified intruder. Engage the precursor warp nullifier. Prepare for battle. Sub-Commander, why has my main console become inoperative? The transmit mode is locked. What do you mean the central system computer is damaged? How? The beast escaped? No, Sub-Commander, this is impossible. It couldn't escape from our strongest containment system. It's what? Decks 5 and 6? 11 crewmen? Sound the alarms, you fool. Where is it now? Engineering report. Engineering. Sub-Commander, seal bulkhead. Sub-Commander, are you listening to me? What are you staring at? Pay attention, Sub-Commander. Give me a report on its position. What are you staring at? I repeat,
Okay. I think we can now land. I thought he didn't have anything else here. Why did he need... Once again captured the hideous speeds. Thankfully we were much better equipped for it this time. It seemed to be a little distracted at this time. Upon further inspection it appears that it has been left of the Admiral stuck in its teeth. If it wouldn't be an issue. I'm requesting that we get this thing away from us as soon as possible, Captain. Okay, I didn't remember that you can capture it second time. Report for service. In the box commander's menu we have found what appears to be functioning cryotanks containing dozen bipedal creatures. We can't be sure, but due to tanks fog viewers we think we can see young sophisticated females inside the freezer units. We have transferred the cryotanks to the lander and are returning to the ship. Delta Corno next, I think. Oh, it's over there. Place to go. So let's go there. Get the find the if the Talo left anything, and maybe refuel from the melon rooms and do this side quest before we attend to the siren issue. Hello, happy campers.
Hello to our house. Do you feel better yet? If you are campers, you will enjoy the change, but maybe not yet. It is best if many happy oars are coming to your house. Let's fitting the fun words for several pieces, and then surprising things.
Okay.
Yes!
It wasn't this, but maybe I remembered the planet name wrong way. maybe it's on the other planet. The princess is in this castle, but some other castle. This is cooler world, but
Campers are... Yes, we do. Goodbye is the game. Hello, I am only joke. It is funny enough. Do not forget to enjoy the sauce.
I don't think there's anything here.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. Nothing here.
Yeah.
Or maybe we are in the wrong place. Maybe it's this. Delta and not Gamma. That's clearly in their planet, so. Biologics, but no energy sources. Oh, this is a slightly hot planet. Although this game can contain life in moons on the moons are
Happy pieces! I am squirting nice colors.
It's
Why?
furthering.
The reason. Camper friends have come to Talo Playground.
Okay, now we are in the right place.
Why are you coming to this?
So they know Talo. Would you mind if we did a bit of exploring the
You
planet?
are asked if oars are upset. Oars are not upset. You are happy campers. Certainly, you are only slow time walkers. It is not fun on the surface in slow time. If you want to go, that is okay.
Slow time. Treasure world. And here's the energy signature. It's glowing. report from surface. Captain, we have found an unusual glowing rock thing here on the surface. When we first noticed it, we thought it naturally fluorescent ingenious dike. But upon closer observation, we can only conclude that this object is artificial in origin, Talo design. Those guys sure both at last. Simple radiometrics show an age in excess of 20,000 years. Regardless of how old it is, it continues to radiate energy all up and down the EMR spectrum with a concentration of emissions in the red/infrared range. Even though it weighs a ton, we will definitely lug this puppy up to the ships. One last comment before I sign off. N6 Hodgkins and Witherspoon have a both report the extreme headaches and mental disarray whenever they approach the Talo device. None of the rest of us have any problems. So either the engines are just being babies, or the Talo device produces some kind of shield that affects certain people's minds. Maybe science back in the Starbase will tell us more. But we need to refuel first.
Welcome back, Captain. You are our favorite customer. Now, what can we do for you today? What would you like to sell, Captain? The 114 units of biological data we downloaded from your ship earn you 218 credits. What would you like to sell, Captain? Your ship's log indicates that you discovered the whereabouts of one of the rainbow worlds, which so fascinate us. In exchange, we will give you 500 credits. What? How much fuel do you wish to purchase? Yes, sir. Fill her up right away. Fuel transferred to your vessel. It has
I wonder if the Druge would buy the beast. I mean, you never know.
Attention, huge Aryan vessel! Though most of my sensory instruments are malfunctioning, my mass indicator shows the huge size of your vessel, revealing you are none other than a disgusting Ur-Quan slime wad. I am the glorious Sophisti warrior Tanaka. You killed my father, my mother, my many brothers, all 6 of my sisters. In fact, my entire species. Prepare to die! A typical Ur-Quan gambit, which has failed. And now, I howl the scream of death! Yay!
Okay.
Ah, so, the cowardly slug spawn has returned. You were most fortunate last time, you hideous, toothless freak. But this time, I shall surely destroy your vessel, you slithering eater of putrid hairballs.
No, insults like that. You toothless beef, important roof rabbit.
You rip, rudderless sack of decaying flesh, Ur-Quan. You die! Die!
Okay. Hard to not to kill this guy.
I see you're back for even more humiliation. You flatulent Ur-Quan puss cup.
Now throw that little
I
purple.
will hang your withered reproductive organs from my posterior monitor. Yay!
There's only one crew in that ship. Stealth distract offline. Good thing. And he's pretty slow. That's very old ship apparently.
I'll kill you this time, you pitiful, weakling fancier of herd animal excrement.
One more insult. Hungry breath.
Why, you wallowing, phlegm-filled, grunty belly licker, you... Hey, Ur-Quan never insulted me before.
Yeah,
Who did you say you were?
humans. Captain Selnick from the New Alliance of Free Stars.
Oh, I am sorriest. I must be reprimanded. When we report back to Star Control, suddenly, your words ring in my ears. Captain, is this true? Have the Ur-Quan been destroyed?
Not quite.
Has the ultimate sacrifice of my people resulted in freedom for the Alliance?
Not really. Yes, no, well, what we know.
I am a defeated warrior, a worthless shell. I must die.
No wait, Sophisti, I have an important duty for you to perform.
What might that be?
What do you think about procreating wildly?
I am intrigued, Captain. But what are you talking about?
We have obtained the females of your species.
Great reaping mounds of happiness! You shall be honored forever, Captain, as the savior of the Sophisti race. I have been granted the ultimate reward, duty. This humble warrior will take the Sophisti maidens you possess, gently wake them, and then perform ribald feats of unsurpassed fertility.
Right.
With their consent, of course.
With their consent. Okay,
Our
of
people
course.
shall be reborn. Your name shall be recorded in our most sacred writings for all time.
Okay.
Thank you, Captain, and farewell. I have urgent business to attend to.
And off he goes to the hyperspace. I guess that's the place to... Okay, we saved one species. And next we are going to the Beetlejuice. also like should like check the portal when we have time. But so far, anyway, hey, thanks for watching. I have been like totally forgetting to update that map, but totally manual thing here. So we have been like going around. But anyway, hey, thanks for watching. If you are watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. I know everyone says that, but currently the recent changes on the algorithm means that if you don't engage in other way, then watching it might not like fully mark your views for these videos. But yeah, that's a problem with YouTube. It hates the small content creators like me. Anyway, here's the next week schedule. So we are definitely going to continue Oblivion and U-Boat, but then we are going to start the Deus Ex the Nameless mod on Thursday. That's actually pretty interesting. Very cool full conversion modification for the Deus Ex, for the first Deus Ex. And then I was thinking of checking the High on Life game on Saturday and continuing this Star Control. We are proceeding pretty swimmingly on this Star Control because I kind of half remember now how the things used to be. But anyway, hey, thanks for watching.